So for example, our capital planning. I don't know if any of you can agree with this or relate as well, but prior to Procore, we utilized our drives. Our design team would utilize our drives to just kind of have different Excel spreadsheets, either by VP or area, to kind of keep track of all the capital planning that we needed, or that we would get, whether formally or informally. So our formal process happens once a year, where we ask everyone, hey, submit the projects that you need, and then we have informal, right? We're walking around the hospital and someone we did a project for says, hey, I need more rooms, or I hired more providers, can you make this bigger? So we needed a way to make sure we understood what process those type of capital projects came in, and also just fix and have one source of truth. So now we utilize Procore. We specifically use the correspondence tool, which you're going to hear that theme a lot today. We use correspondence for everything. So basically what we've done is we've created a project called Carle Health Projects, and in this Procore project we have one tool active, and it's the correspondence tool. And in that correspondence tool we have one correspondence type called scoping documents. This is basically a scoping document that's divided into 3 sections. We have like general project request, we have specific project stuff, and then we have financials. So the overview kind of includes like, what region is this project for? How did you receive the project? Who asked for the project? What's their VP's name? What capital pillars does this apply to that deal with Carle Health? And then project specific stuff, right? Like questions about, what drawings have you done so far? What's in scope? What is the person asking for? And then financials. So the financial piece kind of says, is this going to be a regular project, or is this going to be kind of housed under one of our small facilities refresh type projects? What's great about this is these just live there forever. They can be sourced and used to create projects as we go down the line. It's been a great tool for us to utilize.
And I think that's just such a great use case for the correspondence tool. But the correspondence tool in general is incredibly flexible. So if you're thinking about, when I talk to folks almost every week, I'm talking to someone and they say something along the lines of, yeah, but it's just this really unique process that only we do. And if that sounds familiar at all to you, correspondence is a great tool for those types of processes, where you can define things like a notice to proceed letter, a warranty, a permit, to fit your needs. Or some really interesting ways I've seen clients use this is for things like lessons learned, gathering lessons across your projects, or risk, and actually doing risk assessments. And what's also great about these is that the data that comes into these correspondence items is something that you can report on. So you can start to see trends. If you're looking at risk, you can start to see how many times you've ranked something highly in risk and things like that. So this is just a really great flexible tool, and I love that Alicia said, I'm seeing some friends in the audience. If you aren't using the correspondence tool really heavily, I would highly recommend talking to some other folks while you're here. How do you use it? What does it look like for you? You'll probably find some other interesting ways that it's being used.